Um, Hello everybody. I couldn't find out what to do for today's video, so I decided I'm making collages and turning them into dragons. I'm also giving them backstories because, like, why not? But anyway, let's start with the first one. So, this is Angelfish. She is a Seawing Silkwing hybrid, and can I just say, I love this collage, like this little collage that I made. It's so cute. Okay, back to the story. Angelfish lives with her parents and siblings on an island near the Deep Sea Palace, where they live a quiet life. But Angelfish doesn't like the quiet. She nags her parents at any given second to go to Jade Mountain Academy. She wishes she had friends to laugh with instead of having older siblings who make fun of her and push her around. Her parents finally agree and she gets accepted into Jade Mountain Academy. The thing is, her siblings are also accepted. Angelfish is a very gentle soul and doesn't exactly stand up for herself. She would love to have friends, but once she comes to Jade Mountain, she becomes a little shy. Angel likes to spend her free time in the library and art room, hoping to make a friend. Her siblings become bored, at least that's what she thinks, because soon after arriving at Jade Mountain Academy, she ends up getting bullied by her siblings and their friends. Because of this, she ends up at the library most of the time, seeking shelter. There, she makes friends with a joyful little spirit. Sparrow, a skywing not like others who are always grumpy, soon becomes her best friend. They find out they have a lot in common and they start to hang out a lot. She's always happy and has a definite pep in her step. One day, Angel's siblings decide to have a little chat with her. Sparrow, who's thankfully there, stands up for Angel. Sparrow's personality seems to ward off Angel's siblings and their friends, and they start to leave her alone. Angel and Sparrow spend all their time together in the art room and library, laughing their heads off at inside jokes or doing homework and studying. Angel's grateful for her friend Sparrow. Things are looking up for once in Angel's life. I absolutely love her little backstory, and also her design is so cute. As you can see, well, as you probably saw, with the sketch, I did have a little bit trouble with her design. I knew I wanted her to be a seeming silkwing mainly because of the two ocean pictures and the two butterfly pictures. And I thought that it would be like really cute. Seaweed, silkwing, that's a cute design, like cute hybrid, you know? Yeah, and I like her colors because they're pink and blue, and it reminds me of cotton candy, which is also actually kind of gross, but, well, in my opinion, but I used to love cotton candy. Anyways, I do like her colors, but I did struggle with them a lot with, like, eye dropping the pictures. I had so much trouble with that. There was also like that one picture of like the tiny little heart, and I just wanted to incorporate that, and I actually made it like a huge part of the design because like near the end of sketching, I honestly didn't know what to add in like her design. So I decided like why not embrace the heart because it was like really cute. And yeah, I really like it. It's super cute. And I did like change up the wing design with like between sketching and inking. I decided I did not like the other wing design or how I drew the wing earlier. I didn't like that, so I decided on how I drew it. I like it like this much better. And I don't know how many hearts there are, but I probably should count them because there's probably at least 20. I think she would love spending her days like in the underground like rivers and caves, just swimming around with Sparrow, and also like in the art room, using silk because hello, she's a silkwing, and silkwing and sea wings they like water and weaving, so I think she would like both of those hobbies. This next one is Lilac. She's a Sandwing Nightwing hybrid. Lilac lives in Possibility, close to the library. 2 years previously, she lived in the scorpion den with her parents. They neglected her, throwing insults and criticizing every move she made. They even hit her from time to time, thus causing her to become quite jumpy. She had only one friend once, and she betrayed her many years before. She had never trusted a dragon since. After one particularly bad argument, she ran away with her few possessions. She left her home in the scorpion den and fled to Possibility. Lilac heard good things about it back home. There, she built her own house and started to settle down there. Without having the threat of her parents, she was a little snappy to dragons at times. Sometimes she was secretive. She found herself craving squirrels, having decided to try out reading. She quite liked it and ended up reading all day, every day. Since she didn't have a job, she decided to apply to be a librarian. She discovered she enjoyed being a librarian and worked dawn till dusk. Her fellow librarian soon became her new best friend. Cedar also enjoyed books like her. He was sweet and kind, and was very generous. He put up with her snappy and jumpy ways. She liked that about him. They began to hang out after work and spent lots of time together. In the morning, they would go to the cafe close to the library and get coffee and walk to work. At the library, they chatted and they did all types of activities after work. Lilac loved spending time with Cedar. She loved his dopey smile every morning and his unusual chuckle when she said something funny. She didn't want to admit it, but she ended up liking him. She wanted to be more than friends. Lilac didn't want to tell him. She had this irrational fear that he would say he didn't like her, that he was just being nice to her because he pitied her. Obviously, he wouldn't say something like that mean, right? He was the sweetest dragon she knew. She needed to grow up and just tell him. And she did just that, if not a bit shyly. He bashfully replied that he liked her in return. She realized that she finally had someone to trust, and someone to love. Well, that was the end of Lilac's. For some reason, I had a little bit of trouble, creating Angelfish's design. Angelfishes, that sounds so funny. I just had, a lot of, trouble picking out colors and, how I was going to, incorporate a cool design into her scales or whatever. But in the end, I really like her design, and the people that I ask, they like her design the most, which surprisingly, I prefer lilacs. I don't know, I like the purples. They were, really fun. She was really fun to color. Which dragon do you prefer more? Do you like lilac or angelfish? Personally, like I already said, I really like lilac's design. I just love the purples and then the beige and browns. It just adds I don't know, it looks cooler, you know? And I also added some jewelry onto Lilac's design, whereas with Angelfish I didn't add anything, which kind of makes sense because when I feel as a younger character, you wouldn't almost when you're kids, you don't exactly wear so much accessories, you just wear clothes. So I feel with dragons that are younger, they wouldn't wear too much accessories. But Violet, she's probably in her mid-20s or something, as in human years. Definitely not in dragon years. I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, I feel she would probably wear some jewelry. And that's the last dragon I did. I didn't want to make this video too terribly long, so that's why there are only 2. I'm so sorry. Surprisingly, they have a very well put together background, even though they are not my actual original characters. Those ones don't even have well thought out stories. Would you like a video on one of my original characters and me making their backstories? I think that would be cool. Did you like the video? Should I make another video like this? I hope you enjoyed it and you are having a wonderful day. I will see you later.